Hello and welcome to this Email Movers Deliverite demo tutorial. In this video, we'll be looking at data import into the platform. So on your left-hand navigation menu, you want to go to Lists and Users. You're going to want to go to New List. But before we do that, we're just going to take a look at some data. And it will need to be in a .csv file format. So if we take a look at this, you might find that you've got columns in the data that you're not going to use in your email marketing. One of the most sort of common things or aspects within your data that you're going to use in your marketing is if you're using merge tags. So for example, you might use the first name, last name. Obviously, you're going to need the email address. You might use the company name. So there's two different ways around this. One, you could just format your data by selecting the columns that you don't want, deleting them, and then saving as a new file in CSV file format. So you can just click on Save As, and down here you just want to make sure you're selecting CSV, delimited. So we'll just cancel that off. But you can also control this when you're importing the data. So for example, we can go to New List. We'll just give this any old name for now. We'll drop in our CSV file. We'll drag and drop it from our computer into here. You'll then see this come up at the bottom. Bottom left, come to upload data. And this is what we called field mapping. So it's where the system's looking on the left-hand side what the different columns of your data are and what the column headers are. And on the right, it's asking you to tell the platform what's in that column. Now, for the stuff that you don't need, you can just click Ignore Column, and it simply won't import that. In this example, we're going to use company name, so we're going to select company. We don't need the address data, so we're going to remove that. We're just going to click Ignore on all of these columns here. Column 7, Ignore. Column 8, Town, don't need that. So it can take a little bit of time, which you can see is why it can be advantageous to edit the data before uploading it. So all of these, we don't need this F name, so I know that's first name. I'm going to come down here and tell it that that's first name. We want that. Surname, I'm going to come down here and tell it that's last name. We want that. I don't want this column. Email address, it's already identified. It understands that there's email in here. We're going to ignore this. And we're just coming down and looking to see what data we want to use in the platform itself. Okay, so I can scroll up and down and just check. I've got first name, last name. I know that I've got company name in here as well, and the email address, and I'm just going to click continue. This won't be applicable to yours. You won't need to worry about that. That won't come up on yours. That's just something that we've got on here. So just click on import, and then it's going to import the data in. Okay, we're now inside our list. We've got our users. We can click in them. Go to user data. We can see what data we've imported here. Main navigation, lists and users. Here we go, we've got the list that we've just imported. We can see there's 2 people in there, and that's your data in the platform ready to use.